Hey guys, welcome to Top 5 Niches of the Week, the original print-on-demand niches show. In today's episode, I'm going to share 5 print-on-demand niches that'll be trending in the next month or so. I figured, hey, we just turned over the page. It is now March of 2025. Where does the time go? So let's get prepared for niches that we know are going to be trending in April. And then I've got one kind of new emerging trend that I wanted to make you aware of that's selling well right now. So let's get to it. Let's start with an Amazon merch sales update. So in the month of February, over 28 days, I made 1,014 sales on Amazon merch. 719 came from the US market and made me $3,137 in profit on $15,258 in sales. The rest came from international markets. One big thing that I planned on doing this year was pumping up my international market sales. So far, so good. And my ad spend, if you're wondering, was $42.93 on the month. If you want to follow me on Instagram, by the way, I do post daily sales updates along with the monthly wrap-ups and whatnot. So that is linked in the description. All right, let's check out the top 10 best-selling shirts. Here we are. These are filtering out the big brands that we would get in trouble if we tried to sell. So what do you see? You see some St. Patrick's Day, Gulf of Mexico, and then you see the Ukraine stuff popping back up. Interesting. Could be some foreshadowing there in terms of the current trend that I alluded to earlier. Anyways, let's move on to niche number 1. And we are now looking ahead to April. Okay, it's not a terrible idea to get out, with a little bit of lead time ahead of these trends. It really depends on where you're selling though. Like I know from experience on Amazon merch, like you can publish a product and same day make a sale. Of course, like the more sales you have under your belt before the trend arrives, the better positioned you're going to be if you're not running ads. If you are running ads, you can boost a brand new listing instantly. But anyways, autism awareness, we know, is the whole month of April, but especially that first week, it tends to sell extremely well. You can also see right here, like, remember how I mentioned that all the reading themed shirts do extremely well in the first few days of March? Well, what do you know? The first 2 there with autism awareness are the kind of cross-niching of the autism awareness with the reading theme. I don't anticipate that those will be like the number 1 bestsellers in the autism awareness niche once April rolls around. But you can see like the number 1 bestseller, BSR 12,000. It says, in a world where you can be anything, be kind, be careful anything Dr. Seuss related though. I mean, I would completely stay away of that, like from that. Getting to like what's probably safer here, like number 3, BSR 100,000. So already selling really well. It says, autism mom, some people look up to their heroes. I'm raising mine. And by the way, shirts like that are evergreen. They can sell well year round, but especially in the month of April, it's going to see a significant boost. Those are my favorite types of shirts, like evergreens that you can project will at least sell well once a year during a calendar niche that's relevant. The next one says, dare to be yourself. The next one's got like the periodic table. It says AUTISM using the periodic table of elements. It says valuable and rare, incredibly strong, useful, many talents. So there's a lot of creative ways people are selling these. Autism with the upside down letters. It says seeing the world differently. Just let me stim, bro. I'm assuming that maybe is related to autism or maybe not. I don't know. Next one says autism is my superpower. It's kind of got the Captain America shield. I would not do that one. Next one says accept, understand, love. And it's got like the sunflower with the puzzle pieces. And the last one there with the BSR of 138,000. So average BSR doing quite well here with niche number 1. And it's just got the puzzle pieces making a heart. Moving on to niche number 2 now. How about National Child Abuse Prevention Month in the month of April? It is a big trend, not as big as autism awareness, generally speaking, based solely on BSRs of products in those niches on Amazon. However, lots of sales take place, and it's a little bit more under the radar than autism awareness in April. So definitely some opportunity there in terms of projectable sales volume. You're going to do the best, most likely that first week, generally speaking. You don't have to believe me, by the way. You can go to Google Trends, type it in, see for yourself. You can gauge the search interest on a relative basis there. So you can usually see the peaks in terms of trends, even for month-long trends. Some of the niches here, the first one, BSR 300,000 says, I'm their voice, hashtag stop child abuse. Next one says, it shouldn't hurt to be a child. That's what the third one says. The fourth one says, in a world where you can be anything, be kind, child abuse awareness, prevention awareness. And the last one says, peace, love, hope, child abuse prevention awareness. Okay, and then also notice the color scheme. A lot of the blue elements take a hint. If you go in thinking you're going to do it differently and you do like red elements and red ribbons and it's a blue ribbon type theme, you're going to find it probably a lot harder to make sales. So I know it's obvious, right? But that's why we do this research. That's why hopefully we're watching this video. If there's blue design elements, it's like, okay, if I go to that niche, I'm going to sell it either on a blue shirt or I'm going to use the blue design elements like the blue sunflower, etc. Okay, time for niche number 3. Before we get to niche number 3, if you want to give me your email address, I will send you 1 lesson a day for 20 days to help you start your e-commerce business based on 8 years of experience and multi-million-dollar profit and sales. Life is good. So that's in the description if you want to sign up for my free course, and linked in the description, my print on demand Facebook group, completely free to join. So check that out. Niche number 3, how about teacher retirement? I know April, and we're looking ahead to April here. April's probably a little early, but you do start to see the sales tick up in April. You're probably going to do the best in May and even June. It all depends on like what level of school teaching you're targeting. I think college gets out first, right? Then probably high school, and then maybe like middle school, elementary school, etc. But teacher retirement should be on your radar. And it's not just teachers, right? Anybody can retire at any, actually, shout out to my dad. He retired this past week. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I didn't think I'd ever see the day. So a lot of people are retiring where I live, near the, I say near the infinite money printer. That's how I refer to Washington, D.C. It sounds like they might be trying to slow down the money printer. We shall see how that all ends. But a lot of people in this area are retiring. I'm sure you guys are aware. I don't watch the news, but I'm sure they've been talking about it plenty. And well, hey, the retirement shirts are getting a little boost a little early. You don't have to wait for teacher retirement in April, May, June, actually, because people in my area where I live, plenty of them are retiring right now, including my dad. So shout out to the retirees. Retirement is one of those that you usually end up putting the year on the best-selling designs. As you can see there, the #1 bestseller, 96,000 BSR. It says retired 2025, not my problem anymore. Should have got that from my dad, honestly. We had his happy hour the other day, and that's where I learned that a bunch of his former colleagues were also retiring. So that's why I know. That's why it's not just one person, right? There were quite a few. Anyways, there was probably like 3 simultaneous retirements going on at the bar for different groups of people. So yeah, officially retired 2025, not my problem anymore. Retired under new management. See wife for details. That has 110 BSR. By the way, that one right there does not have the year. So that retired under new management, see wife for details. Love that. Text-based design, so simple, right? Anybody can do it. Symmetrical, very simple, funny, and they don't have to recreate it every year. You know what I mean? If I made that design though, I'd probably make 2 versions. I'd make one without the year and I'd make one with the year so that it would sell hopefully for every year to come. Anyways, you guys get the point. Teachers are going to retire in April, May, June. Also other retirements also are happening. How about also going with that theme though of like the end of school year, student graduation? It's definitely not too early to get out ahead of that. Class of 2025. It's not just the design, right? It's that, who are you selling it to? You can literally do graduated from elementary school, graduated from middle school. You're probably going to do best doing things related to graduating high school and college, but either way, a sale is a sale. The HBCU stuff, doing really well. The #1 bestseller says future HBCU grad. So that's not even actually for the people that graduated. It's a future grad. So I love that. So many ways to get in there and get into these niches. All right, moving on. Niche number 4. How about Good Friday in mid-April, April 18th, 2025 to be exact. Okay, Good Friday. Now that's not like a big t-shirt holiday traditionally, but obviously there will be sales, and you're going to do probably even better by targeting Easter, 2 days later, April 20th, 2025. All right. And I mean, we're going to talk about Easter, I'm sure, again, but just wanted to get that on your radar if you weren't thinking, what is that, 6 weeks out? So it's going to be here before we know it, the way that time flies. Easter, April 20th, 2025. Get out ahead of that. Also, I mean, I always like to try to implement recent trends with the calendar niches if I'm going to target them. If you try to upload a generic like Easter bunny dabbing, you know what I mean? It's been done so many times over the years that I'm not saying it can't work, but you're going to have a little bit of an uphill fight to make that work. So I always like to implement something new, right? Or even just in your SEO, optimize it around Easter 2025. Even if your design isn't Easter bunny dabbing, that has nothing to do with 2025. You get what I'm saying? Hopefully that makes some sense. Maybe do the Easter bunny doing the gritty dance. I don't know. Something more recent than the dab. All right, moving on. Niche number 5. Here we go. I did mention we would do a current trend. Now, don't ask me why the Ukraine stuff is trending again. This was not on my bingo card for 2025. However, here we are. As a t-shirt seller, I'm thrilled. Look at the BSRs. All right. First one, it says, I stand with Ukraine. BSR, 2,600. Next one, simple Ukrainian flag. BSR, 5,400. Next one, Ukrainian logo. I forget what that is. BSR, 8,600. Next one says, I stand with Ukraine with the half sunflower. 8,000 BSR. Okay. The point is that it's selling again. So the people who are already on this are making a lot of money, and there is opportunity for, I'm sure, new submissions. You know what I mean? Anytime a trend look at the top, like again, the point, hopefully I'm doing a good job illustrating this. It's not that I'm a YouTuber and I'm saying that it's trending. It's that look at the BSRs. That's our indicator. Amazon updates that in real time. That's the number that you see under here. Okay. The average BSR of the top 10 is about, I don't know, 11,000. That's really good. In terms of us trying to sell t-shirts, if we could just enter any niche of our choosing and have the #1 bestseller within reason, if we're not going to infringe on other people's IP, which is a terrible decision, we would probably want to be in this niche right now, because on the high end, well, no, you'd want to be in like the reading niche. But again, that's where it's like Dr. Seuss, and one of those Dr. Seuss shirts had like a BSR of under 1,000. But again, we can't sell that. So yeah, this is probably the niche you'd want to be in. Last week, it was the Gulf of Mexico, right? But look at the #1 bestseller, 2,600 BSR. I mean, they're making like, I don't know, if I had to guess, because again, the BSR is not like an exact science, and it's a relative data point, and a BSR of 2,600 in March is not the same as a BSR of 2,600 in December. You get what I'm saying? So if I had to guess, that shirt is probably selling 40 to 50 times a day with a BSR of 2,600. That would be my guess based on my personal experience. All right, emerging trends. Here we go. These are shirts that are outperforming their 30-day average BSR with their current BSR, okay? So this could be indicative of emerging trends. And what do you know? A bunch of the Ukraine shirts are popping back up, as we pretty much expected based on what we just said. And then, a couple other could be evergreens. MAGA Mexicans aren't going anywhere. That was the trend. Gulf of Mexico, we saw that was a trend. So no surprises there. And then a baseball design. Oh, someone gave you the heads up about baseball is going to be trending soon. That was me in a previous episode. Shout out me. And, opening day around the corner, baseball is going to be trending. Don't infringe, obviously, on the MLB. Looking ahead, here we go. Smaller niches, dare I say better opportunities? Because, there will be sales, just not nearly as many. But these are extremely overlooked, okay? April 2nd is Children's Book Day. April 3rd, National Burrito Day. April 4th, National Walk to Work Day. April 5th, National Dandelion Day. And April 6th, California Poppy Day. How does that have a day? Everything has a day these days. Seriously, though, if you look at the websites I get those from, it's like every day has multiple themes. It's crazy. All right, let's look at the archive. These were selling well 11 months ago. Okay, so this could be indicative of coming trends. We have the Eclipse stuff. That was more 2024 than it is 2025. What else? We're going to have March Madness, college basketball. But again, you can't really, it's like you can't really sell that. You definitely can't sell it, is how I should be phrasing it. But like if a player says something that goes viral and it's just a quote and it's not trademarked, you could theoretically put a quote, which is just a sequence of words in a specific order, on a shirt. You get what I'm saying? So there can be ways when there's a lot of eyeballs on certain events, like, men's basketball in March Madness and women's basketball, sure. There's always the chance. And if that presents itself, somebody will do it. Somebody will make the t-shirt. So I'm just saying, that's where my mind goes. I'm not trying to make money selling Purdue Final Four shirts, because that will for sure get you banned. All right, remove designs. Here we go. Last one. These were all removed today. Could have been by Amazon, could have been by the uploader. So we don't exactly know why. Although we just shifted out of February, Black History Month. And what do you know? A bunch of Black History Month designs are being removed, potentially by, low-tier Amazon merch sellers to free up room for new uploads is my guess, okay? Thank you guys for watching. By the way, I have made six-figure profits selling print on demand every year since 2019. That's 6 years in a row, including last year where I made $235,000 profit. If you want to learn the exact way that I did that, my print on demand course is linked in the description. If you have any questions, I would say email me, ryan@ryanhogue.com. I also have a private community where I go live twice a week. We are currently working like madmen to get as many listings created for a product that only 2 POD suppliers have. One of them is charging $10 more than the other, so we're not using them. We're using the one that charges very low price. I'll say the lowest price available, extremely low competition, high demand. It is a dream scenario. We're going to be creating massive wins here earlier in the year. So check that out. It's a secret that only we know. The private community remains private, but that's linked in the description if you want to check it out, guys. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon with another new video.